think we're live. I hope we're live. All right, we are live. Okay, everyone. This is PolitiFeed. I am Garrett Vassell, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about the gun control debate. Not so much the merits of each side, but more so the different conversations that we are having and why we can't really find common ground. So I will distinguish each side's conversation or where they're coming from and the points that they're trying to make. Um, so, liberals view gun control as a way to mitigate the amount of gun violence. So they uh, point to other countries that have stricter gun laws as evidence of limiting mass shootings. Now, both sides I think agree that we're not going to get to zero. There's never going to be a situation where there's zero mass shootings, but liberals, for better or worse, for people on the side of gun control, uh, just want to limit the amount of violence. So one problem that they have with messaging is that oftentimes they use data from other countries that those countries have gun bans. Like those countries don't allow people to have guns. So there's a problem when they use countries that have gun bans while at the same time saying they're not trying to ban guns. So that's one thing that they don't understand at a fundamental level when trying to discuss with the other side. On the flip side, conservatives view gun ownership as a way to defend themselves from the inevitable. So, uh, take for example, like any kind of mass shooting, you don't. How many victims of mass shootings have guns on them? Statistically, it's like people without guns that are the victims. A lot of the times, it is. I mean, statistically, it is the people that have guns, whether or not it's the police or a citizen that stop these crimes. And gosh, I'm not below this joke. And sometimes the shooter takes it out on himself. So ultimately, it is someone with a gun. But that's the different conversation we're having. So conservatives view gun ownership as a way to defend themselves from the inevitable, whereas liberals view gun laws as a way to, uh, I guess, reduce the risk of, or reduce the likelihood of something that's going to happen, but they just want it to happen less. So that's basically the difference, and that's why we can't really have, or we can't seem to find common ground, because we're having two different conversations. There's the conversation of what do I do when I'm in that situation? When I'm in that situation, or if I'm in, God forbid I'm in that situation, do I have the best tool at my disposal to, defend myself, defend my family? Um, you know, Not even in a mass shooting situation. Take, a little old lady who lives by herself. How's she supposed to defend herself? The slippery slope's a real thing, guys. It's not, it starts off as, okay, we're just going to limit these, these types of guns. Okay, we're just going to limit these types of, you know, magazines. You name it, and suddenly we're just giving up and giving up more and giving up more and giving up more. And this is why conservatives lose, because we ultimately don't conserve anything. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to just tell you the difference between the two conversations that we're having. And so I think once we realize that we're having two conversations, um, that maybe then we can like try to understand, okay, that is the side you're coming from. That is, I can understand that. Like I can understand wanting to limit, like that makes the most sense in the world. I totally want to curb gun violence. It's just a matter of how do we go about doing it. And you know, uh, that's where we can disagree. We can disagree on the method of how to curb it. Now, at the same time, you also have to consider the people who are fearful of being in those situations, and do we take away their rights just because of our fear? So just things to consider. Not trying to tell you what way to think one way or the other, but just those are the two positions. Those are the two conversations. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for checking this out. Thanks for following us, guys. We'll see you next time. Have a great day. Be blessed.